Alright, so Dishonored. Game has like a 2-minute long intro where you just kind of ride a boat and nothing happens, so we start from a save, gain control. What are we doing here? One, go. So, right to start off with, I'm going to be doing an elevator glitch. I kind of fly up the side of this building, and that skips over a conversation with Emily over here. See her right here. Skip this prompt. Up
She'll
here
see
and
you at once.
hear this conversation. Basically, the way the elevator works is every 90-degree corner that the game has, vault system that the game engine has, kind of treats that like an infinite series of vault points. So like 1 pixel wide all the way up corner, you can kind of just infinitely vault up at every single frame. So I'm going to be using that a few times in the run. Once we get a power later on, it won't really matter as much, but it's pretty useful.
Full of surprises, as usual.
Unfortunately, this game does have a lot of cutscenes, but the action that it does have is very dense, so it's nice to have an opportunity to explain how things work. I'm not doing a lot at once. So I'm going to be doing another elevator up here. This is actually an invisible wall that goes all the way up here. I'm just going to fly up it, just like that. And the reason I'm doing this, the first one is to skip a conversation with Emily that's on the bridge. Second one, there's going to be some assassins that spawn in and attack there, and it's basically like your tutorial fight. They don't want you to lose in a tutorial because that would be embarrassing. So they have a system when the fight starts where if you lose all your health, then the enemies will just despawn and it'll move on. So what you can do instead is get up here, and then as soon as the enemies spawn in, just land and lose all your health and spawn. And then you don't have to fight them.
Thank you. If you hadn't been here.
If you do that too early, before the fight starts, you'll actually just die.
Get away from her.
The timing is pretty tight. So another thing I'm going to be doing up here, you may have noticed when after I jumped past Emily, there was a little F prompt that I had to skip. There's going to be a few in the game where I can actually start holding F in a cutscene before it and carry it into the cutscene that has the F prompt, and it'll actually immediately skip the F prompt. So it saves like a second and a half or so for every time I do that. Called the RE storage skip, or AS. So I'm going to be holding F here, and I'm actually going to keep holding it through a load screen, and it'll still work in the next key. And in the next cutscene after the load. Also, unfortunately, I did murder Empress. Sent to jail. Still holding F. Might look in the bottom left, it'll just appear and disappear. There it goes. Now this is a very oddly constructed prison. For some reason they put a whole bunch of elevators all over the place that are very unsafe. So I'm just going to do those. I'm gonna climb up here. Climb up this elevator. Oh, not fall down. That's silly. It's actually very easy to fall down. And then this elevator is also pretty precise. Oh, by the way, there's no ceiling in this there. So just elevator up onto the roof. The ceiling to the left is actually a lie. You'll just fall through. And now we're out of there. Very, very secure prison. Now we're going through the sewers. The sewers is a lot about getting vaults, which I just failed one. Vaults are where you kind of lip over the top of an edge. Get a little bit of a speed boost, like here. That one. Also, whenever you jump while you're crouched, ceiling, you get a bit of a speed boost. That's actually the only place where we're going to use it. but it's nice to know. There's a bottle. Bottle. I got the bottle. Sick. Knock that guy off. Saves 0.3. Just saved 0.3 seconds. I hope you're happy. This is officially a speedrun.
Aren't we supposed to load the bodies in the carts headed to the flooded district? Yeah.
Let go of these prompts too early, you will just gut, and you feel very sad. So the chain there is really slow, so instead we take. There we go. There. Another vault there. Now I have to wait for this thing to open before I can take this. Jump on top of the box and position myself looking at this door. Then as soon as this cutscene ends, while the screen is still black, I can just forward. And here's the glitch where we're going to be using pretty much the entire run, called Swordless. While you're putting away your sword, if you right click, sorry Jeff, if you right click you'll take back out your secondary item while the sword stays away. And when the sword's out, you move slower, so having it away means you can still use this crossbow, and you don't get slowed down by the sword.
Over here.
So I'm going to be using that for
And I work
higher
with some
run.
good people who want very much to meet you. They said you'd come out here. I can still hardly believe it. I'll take you to meet them. Just down the river from here.
This is Sam. Sam the boatman. Sam's going to spend a lot of this run just talking at us. Not talking to us, just talking at us, because we don't actually say anything back to him. We don't really either. So, fun fact. There's, you can see the prison right there.
Closed for business. Half the district marked
The
off.
tower that you start on is over there.
We're right under
This is the home base
nose, and he don't
of
know
the
a
so-called
thing.
loyalists, so they're right across the pond. And you can also see that tower thing is where the Boyle mission takes place. Kingsparrow's over there. Bridge is, I think, over that. That bridge, something like that. Flooded district is over there, so you can actually see all the different levels in the game
Take you up to meet Admiral
Just
Havelock and the rest of the loyalists.
around
The
here.
Admiral's a man to be reckoned with.
It's really easy to see them
Anyone
when you're
can help you find that
when you're
missing
standing
girl,
at the
Lady
top of the
Emily,
thing at
and
the
take your name.
very beginning of the game. It's pretty neat. Go in here and talk to these guys.
We can continue this later.
Hold F to do another
Yarrow's
ass
as much an artist.
prompt up here. Now I need to get this oil tank. I can actually just stand down here and grab it. Now there's going to be a very strange skip here. Basically, right before the load screen happens here, you gain control for like a fraction of a second, and if you jump in that time, after the load, you void out and reappear in a different part of the level. You actually skip running up the first part of this level. If it works, you'll see I'll stand up and just kind of get warped upwards like that. And now I can skip this prompt, left, and now I have Blink. Blink is the thing that makes this speedrun good. It's a short-range teleportation. It's really cool. It's a lot of fun. I'm gonna be using it for like as much as possible. So in the top left, blue bar is my mana. I need to manage that throughout the entire run, maximize the number of blinks I can do. So, the more interesting parts of this run are mana management and maximizing blinks and efficiently using blinks. Alright, now I'm gonna cheat a little bit. There's some like DLC that comes with the game that gives you some extra runes and money and stuff here, so I'm gonna pick up some money and one rune in particular. I grabbed a whole bunch, but I only actually need.
What can I do for you?
I'm gonna use the money by a whole bunch of potions, a rune so I can get agility 1, and a grenade just for convenience, just in case I need one.
Another day. Campbell is home.
And now that I have agility 1, I can double jump. It's very nice for movement. And I have 10 potions, which means I can use a lot of blinks and not worry about it all that much.
It'll be a rough trip.
This is the first mission, Campbell.
Go straight up Clavering Boulevard.
It's one of the harder ones.
Half the city's
Probably
dead
like
with
third
flame.
hardest or so.
The other half's fighting over what's left.
The objective
City
is
Watch still
to
holds the bigger streets,
kill the man
set
named
up those
Campbell,
wall and light
take a
checkpoints. Man
evidence
walks
diary
through
off of
those
him,
he ends
and
up
get out.
burned to a crisp.
What we're going to be
Not
doing,
controlled by the City
get there.
Watch is
Normally
getting
he's
there.
behind locked doors, and it
The
takes,
real
you have to wait
outbursts
for him to
have
come
not
out.
fringes like that
It
granny
takes a while.
bag.
Instead what we're going to be doing is called a slip clip, where leaning
I don't know which
is
is worse.
very, very broken in this game, as you'll see. Start out, do swordless. Pick up this potion. Took damage there, which is intentional. Look over here, there's another potion that I want, and a rune. Very useful. Now there's some fairly precise blinks. I missed that one. Up on this. Here. Here, this window. Use a health and mana potion. I'm gonna lean through this door and blink on the other side of it, which is totally reasonable. I'm gonna do it again. Grab another rune. I'm gonna slip clip again out this window and fall down and use this door as I fall. And falling momentum goes through loads, so I actually take damage when I land there. And now I need to jump and land on Samuel's head, otherwise I'll fall to my death. But if I crouch, I can just softly land on his head, and
Maybe
it's
it's
perfectly
not my
fine.
place to say, but men of the faith shouldn't live like barons. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Okay, let's go.
So the way the slip clips work, when you lean sideways and you sprint into a wall or a door or something like that, you're actually, your camera will move through to the other side for just like half a second, just a little bit of time. It'll go through before it gets pushed back out on the proper side. And in that time, you're able to move your camera to the side and blink on the other side of the door. We're going to be heavily abusing that in certain areas. Just get pretty decent portions. So, you may have noticed in the last mission, I actually never saved Overseer Martin. It's an objective in the game. You don't actually have to. You can just slip clip through, and then the AI just doesn't care. Okay, so now we need to learn about Weepers, and by learn about, I mean murder. That's dissecting the best way of learning about something. I missed. There we go. Grab 2 runes, which are super helpful. That lets us level up agility 2, which is fantastic, because that's just, you just run faster. Perfect.
I have to get back to the Admiral. He has news for me.
I'll take you to the Golden
Walk out.
Cat when you're ready. I've taken Lord Pendleton enough times, believe me.
Move on to the hardest level in the game. This is Golden Cat. This level is notorious among runners for just murdering runs. It's a very small, tight area, a lot of links that you need to do, and a lot of guards that love to get into the way.
Gets back all safe and sure. Them 2 Pendletons are there, so I'm guessing there'll be a lot of
But you
guards.
need to get through here
Slackjaw might have some
without
ideas
getting
on how
too
to
hung
get
up.
inside the cat.
Also, there's RNG in this
here's his
level.
territory. He and
2
his Bottle
Pendletons that
Street
you have to
gang
kill
up at the
can be
old
in one of 2
Dunwall
places.
whiskey factory.
Emily,
They
who
sell
you have to
elixir
save, is always
folks
fixed with the
use
2
to fight
Pendletons
off
spawn in
the
one
plague.
of 2 places.
I'll lay low, but keep an eye out for you.
There's-
A little lady you bring him back.
Bad luck is only like a couple
Good luck to
seconds
you.
slower, but it does
I
look
know
cooler,
Emily
so I
must
kind of
mean a
want to
lot
show it
to you.
off.
Be careful.
So the start is pretty much the same as Campbell. Way towards that. Grab another room.
What was that?
Here we rescue Emily. Probably solve or something. Fine. I need to grab this key so I can open all the doors. Other room. And we got good luck. Good luck means that one of the Pendletons is up here. I can just throw a nade at. And the other Pendleton is right over here. Okay, you can get stuck on any of the guards, which is nice. And here I need to push Emily, otherwise she'll glitch out and won't actually be saved. So pushed her,
Come on.
and she just kind of teleports to the boat because she's the actual speedrunner here. A little bit more mana. Oh, I'm not even... And then it didn't let me jump. Oh well.
Are you both ready to go?
So Emily actually got here while I was still blinking my way there. She's kind of amazing or something.
So you did the business, did you, Corvo?
So one of the things that I
I'm
have
not
to
one speak against my
manage
better
while I'm
judgment,
doing this
but
run
if
is the
anybody ever deserved
fall
their fate,
heights.
it was those
There's
guys.
basically a few different things that can happen depending on how high you fall from.
Oh,
When you fall just a short distance, you just kind of land on the ground and you can keep running, whatever.
forgive me.
You fall a little bit higher,
It's
then
okay.
when you land you'll get
I've heard a lot
a heavy
of
fall
those
animation where your
before.
camera moves down and then back up. It wastes like a second every time it happens, so you want to minimize that. If you fall a little bit higher than that though, you actually just take damage and don't get an animation. So that's usually what we end up doing because you want to like blink as straight as possible to get the most from your blinks. So that's usually how you end up going is you'll fall, you'll hit the ground, you'll take damage, but you can just keep running.
Pleased to meet you.
As am I.
If you fall
Would you like to see
higher
the
than
Dunwall
that,
Tower?
then you both
Can I
get
see
the
it?
animation
Yes,
and take
You may.
damage.
You'll get to see it
Obviously,
all.
not
The
good.
entirety of the Hound Pits.
Good. I think I'll like it here. I'll go with Callista, Corvo. I'll see you later.
You do not fail to impress. Armed with a blade,
These
you
intermissions
change the
are
course of the city forever.
Pretty straightforward for most of
And
them.
with the Pendleton twins gone, our own Lord
The one
Pendleton
with the
will
Weepers
assume
is
their
probably
votes in Parliament.
most complicated.
In one night, you've done more than most men do in a life.
This one's just going to be some
I need to
blinking.
speak to you soon, but for now, Lord Pendleton requests your attention.
Corvo.
And then
All right, my friend.
Did I faint or something?
Off to Caldwin's Bridge, sir. We'll get our sleep later.
so next up is Cauldron's
Climb
Bridge.
aboard when you're ready.
This is, oddly enough, being a bridge, it's pretty much just a straight line. You can spend pretty much the whole time blinking. Now this first area is timed. There's an objective that needs to update, the objective to turn off these lights that Sam tells you about. And if you leave the first area before it updates, then it just will never update and you'll never complete that objective, and then you have to run all the way back to the first area. So how fast I do this doesn't really matter.
Now, about bringing Sokolov back alive, he's
The objective of this is to get Sokolov, who is at the end, lives way over there somewhere. Need to take him alive this time.
New technology, potions, and the like seems dangerous to me.
We're just gonna blink straight there and get him. So, flip through this, rather than going around. I can just run because I have to wait for the objective to update anyway. Go. So there's the objective there. Drawbridge spotlights. Not soft locked. This is the objective. Take these out. They're done. Now I'm gonna do a double blink where I blink midair. Totally safe. It's kind of cool though. Here's a really short area that we need to go through. Fair enough. There we go. That was a damage cancel. Here. Here's Sokolov. Make sure you hit him. It's very easy to miss him. Now we need to go down to the boat.
Royal physician himself.
You made a neat job of it.
Really fast mission. Sam just likes to lean against nothing there. It's pretty good.
They set up a cell for Sokolov in the old kennel. Shackles and everything. It'll be a shock, him waking up in the straw and old dog poop. But from what I hear, he's woken up worse places. Guess we all have at that.
There's storage skip here. You can just kind of hold F anytime during this cutscene. Get it? It's pretty nice. And then we get woken up by super creepy Emily. Actually kind of terrifying here.
Corvo, wake up! You were making funny faces while you were sleeping. I decided to nap here in your room while Callista was taking her bath. She told me if there's ever trouble, I should always run.
Possessed by a demon.
Callista will
Now we need to go talk to Sokolov.
Royal, you're part of this.
Another storage skip.
I hear you're off. You'll.
We're on our way to
Royal costume ball.
most RNG mission.
That'll be fun.
This mission is very confusing, so I'm going to try to explain it before I actually need. Basically, it's a party, masquerade ball, where there's 3 Boyle sisters. All of them look the same except for the color of their dress. One of them is the target that you have to kill. You don't know which one it is. They're randomized which one of the 3 is the actual one. So each Boyle has a bedroom. In one of the bedrooms, a note will spawn in bounds that will tell you which is the correct Boyle. If you read it, then you only have to kill 1. If you just kill all 3 Boyles, then by process of elimination, you have the correct one. Now, what I'm going to end up doing is flipping out of bounds and reading a note that's hanging out of bounds, and that's going to kind of confuse the game into thinking that I maybe have probably completed the objective, sort of, and then it'll just let me leave. So I'm gonna make my way up here. I'm going to kill the first Boyle, which is just over here. Now, I'm going to clip out of bounds and read this note, and top right, we did not get good luck, got bad luck. Means the game is confused, it doesn't actually know who or what we killed, so we just kind of need to keep going. Alright, we've killed all 3 Boyles. Now we know for sure that we've at least killed the correct one. If you get good luck, then the note will basically just tell you that you killed the correct one, and you can just immediately leave. You don't have to kill the other 2.
You enjoyed your evening, sir. But we'd best be on our way. Quickly.
But it's not too bad. It's only around 14 or so seconds, I think. Kill all 3. And the last one was in a good position. The last one can be like absolutely nowhere near anything, and it's really annoying.
Lord Pendleton said he would meet us here. I checked the wine cellar. Losing
So another
family gives a
thing,
man a
if you know
fence.
this game, you may be wondering how come I'm not like spinning the blade around every time I take it out. It turns out if you just hit the block key, then you just immediately draw your weapon, and you don't have to wait for the stupid animation where Corvo spins it around. And then you can go and do swordless immediately.
You did it.
And now we've done away with a woman, and a noble woman at that. But Boyle was a viper. She helped the Lord
I
Regent kill
don't.
the Empress.
Going on with the textures
So I
on
don't
the
feel a
left.
thing
That's
for her.
interesting.
You've had a long night, Corvo. But I fear it's not over. Havelock and Martin have already cooked up something more for you. They would like to see you now, in Havelock's chambers above the bar.
They're fairly boring intermission. Just kind of talk to some people and then leave. Oh yes, in the last mission,
Attention Dunwall citizens.
before you do it, Pendleton there gives you a note that you have to give to
About time we took care
Lord
of
Shaw.
Isaac. Long
I give him
past
the
time.
note, and then I don't duel him. And that completely skips over any dialogue that you have with Pendleton here. If you don't give him the note at all, Pendleton will yell at you. If you give him the note and you kill Shaw, then Pendleton will thank you. But if you just give him the note, don't do anything,
This
and
is
he
it,
just doesn't
Corvo.
mention it.
Last memories of Dunwall Tower might not be
So
good
up
for
here,
the
this is
present.
Tower.
So maybe
There's
you
the
can
prison
make
that
up
we
for
were
what
originally in.
happened
This is
back
where the
there.
intro takes place. It looks a
Be
little bit
bit of a
different now.
climb from the Waterlock.
This is where we're going to
Most
start
important thing is killing the
start
Lord
doing
Regent.
non-lethal.
Built himself quite a
playthroughs
place
of
at the
levels.
top of the tower.
Lethal playthroughs are no
Also,
longer
safe
fast.
room or something.
We're now switching
Crazy, if you
non-lethal.
ask me. Another point of interest while I'm giving you the grand tour, Corvo. Broadcast control station here, where all them announcements come from, might be worth looking into.
So this is kind of like built up to be the final mission. Spoiler, it's not actually not.
Next time I see
Not
you, the
actually
Lord
not.
Regent
Yeah,
will be
that's
dead.
English. Not
If
actually,
not, well, it was an honor to serve with you.
but it's pretty quick. I'm gonna do the last elevator. Go up here. I'm gonna do another double blink, just go straight through. It's basically just a straight line in. Potion. Now there's a safe here with a thing. I'm not gonna do the combination, I'm just gonna lean through it. That's fine. And go up here and place the confession. So now Lord Regent's confession is playing out in the city. So he's dealt with. Don't need to worry about him anymore. And now we can just leave. And leaving is basically just a straight line. And once again, gotta land on Samuel's head. Head with slightly too much momentum. Why am I blinking from so far away? Oh, that's not gonna be enough. I made this save in a really terrible spot. Oh my, okay. Well, apparently save is just not gonna work, so I'm just gonna do this.
Is it all done? You ready to go back to the Hound Pits? Thanks to you, Corvo.
The DLC charm that you equip gives
Alright,
you
let's
slightly
go.
longer blinks, and it just makes certain things kind of awkward. One of those things is that blink right there.
Big changes. Makes me uneasy, to tell the truth. A small fry like me always gets the worst
Alright,
of
so
it.
we have our final intermission.
Maybe it's going to be different now.
Gonna have a couple
Lord
storage
Regent's
skips,
Gone. The Abbey has a new
and then we
high
get
overseer.
Boiler, Dishonored.
Guessing our work is almost
Once
done.
more.
The others are in the bar. No doubt waiting to raise a glass in your name. Me, I think I'll just linger out here if you don't mind. Reflect on things while we have a moment. Congratulations, Corvo.
Blink F here. We skip first prompt, there's another one, hold F again. Here. Run in here. While holding F. Oh no, we've been poisoned. Well, shucks. Turns out the guys who plotted to murder all of the current people in power are not actually very nice people. Who knew? So, that one. And now I'm holding F once more. And we have our longest cutscene in the game. It's like a little over 2 minutes or something. And I have to hold F through this entire thing to be optimal, just to skip one little prompt near. Coming up is the flooded district. It's one of the hardest levels.
With the Empress when she died.
And there's going to be a lot of out of bounds.
He'll live. That's up to doubt.
It's pretty interesting. This is where you're supposed to confront Doubt, but we'll see what happens. This would be a good time. Like, control your camera here. I like to look off to the left just because the guy on the left makes me laugh. Guy
I know a great deal.
Walking here, he just kind of slides forward, rips out his chest.
Marks on your hand.
He's a big important guy.
A gift from your friend. The one who talks to you in the dark.
This is Dowd.
Talks to you when you visit
Killed
his
the Empress.
shrines.
Supposed to be
visited
kind of an
those shrines
antagonist.
too. And I know what
More
it felt
interesting
like to
that
shove a blade
he
into
has all
your
of our
Empress.
stuff.
But I don't know you.
I don't really care about my stuff.
Who you
I don't
are
care about my sword.
and who you
My
fight
sword
for.
makes me go slow. I don't want my sword. You can just
You're
throw
a
it away.
mystery, and I can't allow
Perfectly
that.
fine. Also, this guy is supposed to punch you, but he just doesn't do anything. And you just got hit by nothing. And all that F holding was worth it, because now I can skip that prompt. Be worth it. Hold F for like 2.5 minutes, so you can skip a second. Alright, so now we're going to regain control. We lost all of our stuff. That's perfectly fine. I don't want to have to deal with the sword anymore. We don't need to kill anybody for the rest of the game, so we don't need a sword. Don't have to worry about doing swordless. I do still have blink because I can't take that away. I'm just gonna blink through here, pick up that potion. Don't pick up the sword because swords are slow. Here. This used to be a difficult blink, it's not anymore. Now, in this area, you're supposed to confront Dowd. Don't worry about it. We're just gonna clip out and go through this little out-of-bounds water area. Get straight through here and completely avoid talking to him. Now, that costs a lot of mana, so go up here to grab another mana potion. I get stuck on it. Okay. Having on my speed there. That potion. Now we're gonna go out of bounds again through this door. This slip clip is actually really difficult. Now I'm gonna quick save and quick load in this water, and it's just gonna fling me all the way down through the current, straight to the end. And there we go. It for flooded. Now we have loyalists. We're back at the Hound Pits. Really short mission. Grab a potion, grab that key. Pass these guys. Wow, okay. They don't usually actually block you there. Slip this way.
Corvo, I can't believe you're alive.
Signal Sam, and then get on out of here. information. An invisible wall, so I'm as far as I can get. Now, if you trigger his conversation and then have him that, you can link back into his conversation and it skips over a whole bunch of talking.
That's where the Lord Regent was building his new lighthouse. Ought to be something to see.
One more mission.
This is it, sir. I suspect Havelock
This is it.
Martin and Lord Pendleton.
This is Kingsparrow. It's a big lighthouse.
Knowing them,
Now, since we altogether didn't murder that many people, it's just a handful of people, just not that many. We're in low chaos. It's like the good ending for this game. So there's fewer guards, nice and bright and shiny out, which is nice. And the ending is a little bit faster.
Maybe after all this is settled.
Objective is to get up there and save Emily.
Good luck, Corvo. If anyone deserves it, you do.
Do that by just blink a lot. I'm gonna do a double blink over here. Totally safe, don't worry about it. Hole in one? Aw, almost a hole in one. That hatch is the worst thing in the world, and you can very easily get stuck on it.
I know you're.
Got it. So now, time will end when we interact with Emily's door. It's like 15 seconds away or something. All we gotta do is here. Don't land on Havelock's head and time. If you land on Havelock's head, it'll actually piss him off and he'll want to fight you.
Is it going to be okay now?
No good.
Will I be Empress?
There you have it. That's the end of the game. And you get the good ending with all the happy people. Everybody's celebrating. Hooray!
Caldwin the First will take her mother's throne after a season of turmoil.